My name is Nathan Fairbanks. I'm a member of the Oscar Grant Committee against police brutality and state repression. I'm also a member of the steering committee of that organization. I've been with the organization for about 8 months. Altogether, on and off, I've been politically active in various causes and political groups since 1991. Some of the political groups advocate social change, setting up a new social system. But here today I'd like to talk about some of the immediate problems, and there are so many of them all over the world, not the least of which is police brutality, which is a big problem here in the United States. I basically got involved in the Oscar Grant Committee because I know a long time political activist in that group, and he's usually in the pulse, the heartbeat, the center of radical and activist politics. And he said, hey, you know, I'm a member of this group, you know, we could use you, we'd like you to, you know, come around and help. I got involved in politics in 1991. I knew a friend in college who had been members of revolutionary organizations advocating social change, a new social and economic system, and he introduced me to people who were also revolutionaries, and from there I've pretty much agreed with the program and theory for revolutionary change, establishing a socialist society here in America so that we can truly establish justice, equality, and economic equality for one and all. Danny asked me to comment on the views of the U.S. government or state. Well, being a revolutionary, my argument is that the state is a tool for the ruling classes, the big capitalists that own most of the resources and means of production in this country. You can think of AT&T, Ford, the big car companies, the oil companies, you know, they dominate the economy. So basically the government is a tool for those people, for Wall Street. The current administration, well, you know, as a revolutionary, all right, Obama talks a good game, but he ended up bailing out the banks. So you know whose interests he protects, all right? He's for Wall Street. What's the role of police in American society? They are the armed bodies of men. They are the foot soldiers for the state to keep people oppressed, to keep people down, to maintain the inequality so that the rich get richer and the poor stay poor, even get poorer. And the whole system is moving against everybody except the big capitalists. Even middle-class people are being squeezed when you think about it. So we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And we need a mass movement, definitely a mass movement. We need tens of thousands, millions at some point out on the streets to demand, you know, an end to police killings of young people, even old people. I was looking at the Stolen Lives wall today, and the police killed a 92-year-old woman. You know, no respect for the elderly. It just shows that the police really are the foot soldiers for Wall Street. They don't care about the people. They protect and serve the interests of the rich. So that kind of answers the question about human rights. And when I think about human rights on a certain level, the demands that an anti-police brutality movement needs to make. First of all, even if you have different political beliefs, you still need to come together with people that might have different political beliefs to join a united front against police brutality so that we can bring tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands out onto the streets so that the powers that be will listen. A demonstration with 200 people is not going to cut it. It's not going to make the police or the capitalist politicians listen, all right, to our demands for an end to these police killings of innocent people. As far as question number 7 is concerned, what is organizational discipline and why is it necessary to the success of social justice movements? Organizational discipline, for me, means that you're willing to voluntarily join the organization, and since you volunteered to join that organization, you are willing to do the work when you are given an assignment, and you volunteer to do assignments, and you promise to carry out those assignments. It also means simple things like, hey, you know, I can't make it because I'm busy. I've been in organizations where people don't get back in touch with you but they call themselves members of that organization. If we're really going to change the system, we need people that are committed, and they're committed to actually carrying out the work of that organization to fight for change. Finished.